Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So New Mexico State's offense will have the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Gresham. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Aggies want to move quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
That's caught. It's Gresham. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their 1st possession. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The play-action fake. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching them.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Got it behind the line. It's Simon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man, it's Baker. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got the quick pass. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldog fans.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 45. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, running back on the move.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on...
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Baker. That's caught, it's Singleton. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
4th down coming up.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
Got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down in possession here late in the 4th quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. You trust your defense. You use your timeouts wisely. You can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The run to the left. Creates a little room.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They boot it away on 4th down. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Right down the boulevard. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 18 over Michigan State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got a man. It's Dickey. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Makes the catch. It's Parks. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Power football with the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Number 16 on the field goal.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. And it's good! The game winner! Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sidelines. You'll see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do a better job.
That will put the wrap on things from here for